All right, so week four. Week four was a complete surprise. So this week we had another spanner thrown into our workshops. You know, like it's just interesting that every week is so different. Based off like who comes to the workshops. So this week we had a pretty cool lad pop in. Um, boy. So, the workshops are mainly for like 12 to 25-year-olds. But we had a spanner thrown in the works. We had a mom request for his 10-year-old son to come to the sessions, which, we were super excited to have the young man come in, like completely excited to have this young boy rock up. And he comes to the sessions, very respectful, very quiet, chilled. Had like a very cool beanie on, had a necklace on, like looking really cool, like super, super cool kid. And so, we're sort of like, what do I do with this boy? Because obviously the stuff I've prepared is sort of for like the more older teenage dudes. So, all right, spanners thrown in the works. So we're all kind of like staring at this kid who's like pretty short, like really short. Like he just turned 10 years old, I'm pretty sure. So he rocks up to the session and, we introduce him to everyone else. Like, hey, man, this is a young man here. Introduce him to the rest of like the regular people that have been coming to the session, regular young people coming to the session. And, they were like really welcoming. They really embraced the dude. And I was quite relieved because he made me a bit nervous, man. I was kind of, oh man, like how do I incorporate this kid into our sessions here? I really want him to enjoy it, and I don't want him to be intimidated. We've got some personalities. There are some quirky personalities, super confident personalities as well. But man, he held his ground well. It was very chill. Came in. His mom and sister sort of joined the session for a bit, and then they took off. And so, we're kind of like, all right, man. So, tell us about yourself, young man. So we just asked him like, so who are your favorite rappers? And he goes, NWA, Eminem. So I'm kind of like, yeah, yeah, great choices, buddy. You know, I'm completely like, damn, that's yeah, but I don't want to make him feel like I don't want him to feel funny in any way whatsoever, or feel charged or anything like that. So I'm kind of like, oh man, yeah, yeah, those are great choices, man. Clearly at a loss for words because I'm telling this 9-year-old that NWA and 10-year-old NWA and Eminem are great choices for him. So yeah, so anyway, the session goes on. We do like an intro. We usually start sitting around a table, and we kind of just discuss the week, discuss what we've touched on the previous week, and I'm sitting there. So a young man sitting next to me, right? I just was kind of like, oh, man, I don't know how I feel about NWA and Eminem being your favorite. I mean, I love NWA, I love Eminem, I love, but I was kind of just like, man, this kid is like probably just turned 10 years old. So I'm kind of like, yeah, buddy. So NWA, Eminem, uh, anyone else that you sort of enjoy listening to, and it's like, yep, Central C, 50. Oh boy. Right. So I'm like, oh wow, man, that's some pretty serious choices there, buddy. Some pretty heavy music. I'm also being very cautious not to make him, like I said, I don't want to make him feel like judged or any way strange. Like, I've just met the kid, so want him to just really feel just at home and chill. So I'm like, I don't know where I'm really going with this, but I was really stoked to have the kid over. And yeah, I had a proper ethical dilemma though, proper, because I was sort of like, it's a pretty heavy choice of like artists to, at that age as well. I've got a daughter who's same age. She's 9 years old. If she just as much as listens to like, I don't know what, Nicki Minaj or something like that, I am screaming through the speakers and telling Nicki Minaj to shut up, pretty much. So, you know, I just thought it was interesting. The kid is awesome, a young man. He's a yeah, he's a really cool kid, and clearly lives a big life. Like, he has a really big life that he lives. And so, I was just at the back of my head, I was just sort of like, man, you be yourself, buddy. Like, whatever, that's the music that you've been introduced to, that you listen to. Hopefully, gradually, I can introduce him to something else that's suitable for his age. And I even mentioned to him, I was like, have you heard of Linkin Park? Maybe, because I was trying to find something that's still edgy but not boring. Sometimes, to be honest, clean hip hop can get, you don't feel it as much, especially as a young person. There's just something, hip hop is powerful, as we all know. It's just a powerful medium, and it's such a, it's hard to find hip hop that's clean, that strikes the same chord. That's there is hip hop out there. Like, I listen to a lot of like clean hip hop as well, and there is 100% is. But for someone such as the like our young champion, I just wanted to, I'm super cautious to not want to say that's wrong. Don't listen to that. Don't whatever, bro. He's a kid. Kids know more than what we do anyway. So, and like I said, kid obviously lives a big life. And for me to come in and just go, look, man, that's bad music or whatever. It's just sort of like a gradual step that I have to take and just go, look, man, there's other stuff that you can still enjoy. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I say all that to just say, at the end of the day, when we put the kid on the hot seat, because we've got the sink or swim sessions. So sink or swim, you got to play your part. You need to jump on. No one helps you on the sink or swim sessions. You're basically alone, and yeah, you take the seat. Normally in our ciphers, someone jumps in. If you get stuck, or you're fumbling, someone jumps in, takes over the beat and whatever. But in the sink or swim segment, it's you. We let you stay there and struggle alone, and everyone's watching. Everyone's sort of just watching, right? So that's just kind of one of the, if you want to call it rules, one of the things that we kind of put in place. Like, this is one where you're by yourself. Like, I've been on that seat where I've been quiet and just trying to figure out what I'm saying. Like, my thoughts just don't land. But yeah, the kid held himself down. The kid is a lion. As soon as he jumped on that seat, I was like, ah, man, well, you listen to that sort of music, it comes through in his manner, his delivery, his everything. He's a lion. But yeah, sorry, yeah, my bad. It's just yeah, the kid's just he's dope, man. My bad.